In today's video, we want to go over the difference between intrapersonal and naturalistic students. And in this context, what we're thinking about is, as teachers, especially as beginning teachers, we need to take into account the differences between our students and their learning styles, which means you need to get to know the individuals, find out what sort of learning style they have, and then find ways to program for that, to play to those strengths, because where the student is most interested based on their personality and their learning style, based on that, they will do the best if things are programmed towards that for learning purposes. They'll be motivated into that because it's already towards their natural bent. And there's lots of different learning styles. We're just going to talk about two today, intrapersonal and the naturalistic student. Talk about some of the ways they learn, some of the ways that they are motivated, so that there are ideas there in terms of teaching that would incorporate their strengths and motivate them to learn more. So we'll begin then with the intrapersonal student. This student is introverted. They like to work on their own, and they like to set their own goals. They tend to be very deep thinkers. Most people say, well, they're introverted, they're quiet, there's nothing going on. Oh, there's a lot going on in there, all right. They enjoy working at their own pace towards their own goals, thinking deeply about things and pursuing it kind of in their own pace. Now, the problem with this is that they don't think well on their feet. So when put on the spot and pressure, they tend to close down. So you need to keep this in mind, take this into account, that they're introverts, and set things up that play to their strengths but don't play on their weaknesses. They enjoy pen-pal relationships. There's some distance, there's some time to think about what they write and what they say. They tend to enjoy this kind of relationship a great deal because of who they are. Next, when we think about the naturalistic student, they enjoy being outdoors. They want to be outside, and they are sensitive to very small differences and details among living things. These are the students who basically will learn everything there is to learn about a particular animal and tell you at great length everything there is to know about this animal and how it's different from that animal, but similar to this other animal. And they'll go on and on. They want to be out looking at them and exploring them, and just they're fascinated by that kind of thing. They enjoy exploring natural phenomena. They enjoy learning the nomenclature, the language, and the vocabulary associated with nature. So they might not look at something and say, well, that's just an elephant. They may give you the full Latin taxonomic categorization for it and tell you where they're found and all their statistics and what they eat. They love that sort of stuff. So naturalistic students, they like being outside. They're sensitive to small differences and details among living things. They enjoy exploring natural phenomena. They like learning about the language and vocabulary associated with it. They would enjoy maintaining a journal where they can basically write to their heart's content about all these things that they're seeing and experiencing and learning. These are just a couple of suggestions. There's obviously more than just a pen-pal relationship and maintaining a journal, but by knowing these students, by knowing who they are, their bent, and their learning style, you can then craft ways to incorporate their strengths in teaching them things. So this has just been a basic introduction to intrapersonal, and naturalistic students when we think about education and, as new teachers, learning the best way to plan and program for different learning styles. If you'd like to learn more about this or related matters, if you'll look underneath this video, you'll see a link. Click on that link. It'll take you to the website that has that information. And while you're on that website, you'll also find a link to an ebook that's ready for immediate download.